Hello, I'm Dr. Paul, and this is my beautiful wife, Lynn. And today we're going to discuss the use of plasma energy in relief for arthritis. Now, I personally have arthritic knees, and so I've used this, and I can testify that it has relieved the pain on my arthritic knees by 100%. They don't hurt at all anymore. And I used to have a hard time walking. You know, when we first started using plasma energy for my arthritic knees, I was using these vinyl rings with the plasma water inside. I had two sets, one set for each knee, and there's a total of 6 rings here, 3 on each knee, and they're cumbersome and sometimes hard to deal with, and you can't sleep with them on, because they're really in the way. And so through time, we have thought about it and developed a new way of using the plasma energy for arthritic knees. And actually, you could use this method for arthritic hands or ankles or necks, backs, whatever area you have pain in. And what we've done is taken the plasma water that we were using in the rings and putting it on bandaids. Now, these are fabric bandaids, and we put about 7 or 8 drops right there on the pad part, and then let them dry completely. And we do all the band-aids the same. Set them out, let them dry for a couple of days, and then put them back in a plastic bag until we get ready to use them. And when we use them, on one side, we put them in the form of a X or a cross, and then on the other side we just use one single one by itself. Hold your arm up here, and I'll put these.
You'll put them on my arm?
Put them on your arm, yeah. On one side you put them like this, and on the other side you just put a single. And that establishes a gradient difference between the two sides that attempts to balance the energy between the two, and therefore you get an energy flow, and it balances out the energy in the joint, and thereby eliminating all of the pain in my knees. Now, I also use these on my hands and fingers. As you can see, I still have one finger that is somewhat still arthritic, but I can at least bend it. I have, as a result of kidney dialysis, I have these shunts in my arms from the, you can see another one here.
Well, turn it sideways to the camera. I can see it really well. There you go.
From the hemodialysis. And because of that, the circulation in my hand was real bad, and I couldn't use this hand very well. And in fact, it was just like like a claw somewhat. It was stuck like this, and I couldn't close it, and I couldn't really pick anything up with it. But now I can make a complete fist, and I can use this hand, and I can use it to work with, which I couldn't before. So to me, that's quite amazing, because I haven't changed anything on these shunts that are still in there. They're still sitting there, but I can now use this hand. And so we just wanted to pass that along. That's something that mainstream medicine knows nothing about, and they don't want to know about it, it seems like.
Well, and I'll show you some things that we did. When Paul was doing the rings, I do a lot of typing, and so the index finger here is going back and forth, say, from YouTube videos to transcribe, and pressing the mouse, and so it gets sore. And so I have the rings, I can use those, but then I also made, with the patches idea, I made a little splint and just joined them up with some packing tape, and I can put that on and off when I feel like it. Now, if my whole hand gets tired, I've treated some gloves. These have been around a while. They started out and they were white, but they're a little bit off-white now. Now, I like to be able to feel what I'm doing. So what I do with my gloves, I still have another work type of glove, is I just cut the fingertips off, okay? And now I can type everything. And what I do with these is, if my hands get fatigued, I go ahead and just put the gloves on and keep wearing them and keep typing and whatever I'm doing. I keep a pair of gloves under my pillow, so if my hands kind of hurt at night, I'll just go ahead and put the gloves on and wear them like that. And Paul mentioned you can do something with, like, if you have neck and shoulder issues. Both of these scarves have been treated with the Plasma Energy water, and I just, all you have to do is just put a scarf on and tie it up and wear it, just like the cowboys do, right? And then you can also, this is the arthritis spray, and we have the vial of the arthritis Gans water in here. And so a lot of times what I'll also do, maybe I'm going to put some lotion on my hands. I'll put a little of the water on and then the lotion and put them all on together. So you can add this to lotions if you like. You can, whatever clothing you're wearing that may affect, maybe you wear a knee brace, you can spray the knee brace with it or soak it and let it dry and do that with it. Do you have any other ideas on that?
No, that about covers it. It's pretty simple, but it really works well. As far as a testimonial, there's a lady that is a waitress down the street here at a local cafe, and she's got arthritic knees, and she was complaining about being on her feet all day and how bad her knees hurt, and she was going to have to get a knee transplant. And so we gave her some of these bandaids, and she started using them, and we were down there yesterday or day before, and talked to her, and she said that she was now pain-free, and she's on her feet all day long working as a waitress in this restaurant. And she was really, really happy and really thankful that we had given her those Band-Aids to use on her knees. So that was very nice, and a good testimonial from somebody that we don't even know.
Well, and then there's also a woman we know at the post office, and she was off for a month with carpal tunnel surgery. And so we gave her a pair of the gloves when she came back. She said, after 30 days, my hand still hurts. So I gave her a pair of gloves, and she said, oh my gosh, these are going to turn black immediately because I'm carting packages. But she figured out how to put them under a pair of plastic gloves when she's working with packages all day. And then because this part of her hand still hurt, Paul said, we'll give her a shungite phone magnet and have her put it under the glove and wear it all night. And when we saw her the next day, she said, looky here, it's 7 hours. I've been carting packages. My hand does not hurt, finally, after surgery. So it's really awesome what you can do with it. And what we send out when you order the arthritis vial is you're going to get something that looks like this in the good weather. If it's the cold winter temperatures where glass vials freeze and break, you're going to get a plastic vial that looks like this. And it's BPA-free plastic. We know that they don't break. They ship just fine. If you're out of the country, you're going to get some pads that we've treated that look like this. So we have different ways of sending you the products. And I've told people, when you get the gloves, if you want to make more gloves, take your water, put some in a bowl of water, put some gloves in it, and you know, if you cut the fingertips off, those fingertips act the same way as this or this or this, and they can be used to change water into the arthritis water. So when you get this, you're going to put your vial either inside or right on the outside of your jar of your clear plastic or clear glass jar. It's going to have good quality spring or well water. Or you could use distilled water. You could use filtered water. We don't encourage tap water because we just don't know what all's in there in the tap water. If you get the wintertime vial, you're going to do the same thing, or you can even put it inside of your jar of water. And once you have this set up, you're able to make more things for other family members, and you have something you can make a vial like I've done here, and you can see the vial inside of this jar to change the water in here. So those are the ways that we'll be sending the arthritis relief to you. And it's a never-ending source. When I like to keep filling my jars when they get about this far down where you see my fingers, my index fingers, and just add the water overnight and it'll change. So I generally don't let them get this low. And anything else you want to add to that?
No, except that you can use this stuff and give it to your friends. It's like a self-perpetuating plasma, because any water that's exposed to it becomes plasma water. And for us, this is a really poor business plan. I mean, it really, really sucks as far as a business plan goes, because we're telling you how to do all this. You just buy it one time. You don't buy it every month or every 6 weeks or twice a year. And plus, you can spread it around and give it to your friends. It'll multiply and multiply and multiply. And it's a never-ending plasma energy supply that comes in one small vial. And so this is something that we want to share with everybody. We want this information to get out there, and we want people to start using it, because it seems like the medical system wants to sell you a bunch of pills, but you don't really want to cure your arthritis or anything else.
Well, the other thing you can do also is you can use this on your pets. Just do it the same way. And a cat with a sore leg is probably not going to appreciate being sprayed. But if you just put the water on your hands and then pet down their fur with it, it'll do the same thing. You can add it to their drinking water. You could make a wrap if you have a dog that has, say, an arthritic knee or something like that. They're probably not going to leave a pair of Band-Aids on.
Probably not.
Yeah. So, well, we appreciate your watching, and if you want to know a little more about it, when you go to the product page and click on Arthritis Relief, it'll take you to a short article of what the ingredients are in the GANs that Paul made. And we just appreciate having you watch our videos. If you'll give us a thumbs up, we'd appreciate that. If you will share this with others, thank you. If you decide to subscribe so you know when we do more videos, we also appreciate that. And be sure to go to our website, plasmaenergysolution.com. And once you get on the home page, you'll see almost every month we have a special of some type or the other. So thank you very much for being with us today.
And we'll put a link down below this video in the description, and with the website plasmaenergysolution.com, so you can go directly to the website and take a look at the blog on arthritis and several others that Lynn has written. Thank you very much. We appreciate it, and give us a thumbs up